EFT tapping can be a game changer in your life, but what if you're not doing it right? Today, I'm going to go over the most common EFT tapping mistakes that most people make and clear up what you might be doing wrong so that you can restore that balance in your life and start to reduce the stress and anxieties that may come up for you during the day. The first question that most people ask is, what if I'm not hitting the points right? What if what if I'm not getting it? Here's the cool thing. There are so many points throughout our entire body that if you're even remotely trying to get the right point, you are going to make a difference in your body's energy system. So imagine that, when we're tapping at the top of our head, there are multiple points up here and we're using vibration. So as you're doing this tapping, the vibration of that tap is going to go into that point. It's going to travel through your energy system to do the work that it's meant to do. Your body wants to find that balance. So any tapping is going to be good tapping, and you don't have to worry about getting it right, which is so great for us perfectionists who want to make sure we're hitting the exact point. So when we're going here, 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 you can use a couple fingers. You can use that vibration, and your body will take that vibration where it needs to go to maintain or restore that balance. The second question I get is, what do I say? And this is probably the thing that hangs up people the most is, what do I say? What do I say? And you might have watched other videos on YouTube for how to tap for money or tap for anxiety or tap for all these different things and wanting to know, what do I say? How do I get it right? What I encourage people to do is imagine that you are talking to a very close and trusted friend. If you had somebody in front of you that you were just going to allow yourself to say everything, what would that sound like? And use that kind of unloading, those words as you're tapping. You can say it to yourself, you can whisper it, you can say it aloud, but go through what you would say to that person as you're tapping. So it might sound like, I can't believe somebody did this at work, so-and-so said this or did that. I can't believe it. That just makes me feel like this. And just go through. What is it making you feel? What did they say? What did they do? What's going on? Just allow yourself to verbally throw up all of this stuff that's sitting in your body and creating all of this dis-ease and lack of harmony in your body. Let it just all come out. The third thing people say is, I don't want to look dumb. If I'm tapping on my face, people are going to see me and I might look dumb. I might look like an idiot. Okay, that's true. You might look like an idiot. If people are seeing you, you're driving down the freeway and they look over and like, oh my gosh, what is that person doing? They're tapping on their face. You might look weird. You might look dumb. You might look like an idiot. So you have to decide, is it worth looking silly in front of other people that you don't know to be able to get some calm feeling in your body, or do you not want to do it? If you decide you don't want to look dumb, you don't want to tap on your face, the good news is you can use the tapping points on your fingers. So in some of the other videos, I've showed you how you can utilize these tapping points on your fingers. If it's a case of being in the car, one of the things you can do is tap your fingernails. The base of your fingernails is where the points are. Tap those right on your steering wheel as you're driving. You can still be saying all those things that are bothering you, either in your head or out loud. Talk to yourself. I don't care. But tap on that steering wheel. Allow yourself to feel that ease of being able to throw up what is coming up for you in any moment. Another challenge that people have when they're doing the tapping is not being specific enough. When we are working to uncover what is really bothering us, we want to really get specific about what it is. So instead of saying, I don't feel good or I feel sad, try to go into depth as to why this sadness is coming up for you. Was it something somebody said? Was it a way that they looked at you? Where is that feeling in your body? If you could see that feeling in your body, what does it look like? Is it solid? Is it transparent? Does it have a color? Is it somewhere in your body? Maybe it's so big it's existing outside of your body. Whatever it is, try to get very, very specific about what it might look like, what it feels like. You might even hear something that's related to it. You might have a taste in your mouth. Whatever it is, try to get very specific. One of the ways that I love to get specific is to use analogies. So if I could see this, what would it look like? I remember there was a time that there was somebody I was having a huge conflict with, and I was thinking this energy felt so big and it was outside of my body and it was black. And I asked myself, if I could see it, what would it look like? And I imagined that big black dragon from Sleeping Beauty. I felt like this person's energy was that dragon coming at me. So you can imagine how big that would feel of having to deal with this. So being able to say with my tapping, this person's energy is so big, it feels like it's a dragon, it feels like it's going to be breathing fire at me, it feels like it's bigger than me, it's coming at me. You can get really specific just using something as fun as an analogy. For that one, what I ended up doing was tapping enough to where I imagined that this big giant dragon coming at me was now just a little figurine, like one of those little glass ones that you can buy at a shop when you're on vacation. And then all of a sudden, this big thing that was coming at me was now just a little thing that I was able to work through. Sometimes people feel like, oh, EFT tapping doesn't work for me. I tried it, it didn't work. And one of those reasons could be that you stopped too soon. When we are looking at really getting this stuff out, we want to dig as deep as we can to really clean out everything that's there. So allow yourself to really go through what it is you're feeling. And if you get to that point where you don't know what to say anymore, take a deep breath, get a glass of water, take a moment to just check in with yourself and just ask yourself the question, is there anything more? Is there anything else left here to unpack or to look at or to feel through? One question I like to ask myself is it bringing up any kind of thoughts, ideas, or memories? Because usually whatever kind of thought, idea, or memory pops into your head at that moment is another open door to take you deeper, to be able to get more specific and clean out more of the stuff that's really going on in the background, really going on in there so that you can continue to let it come out. Another thing that can hold people back is being unclear when you're starting and combining emotions. Sometimes when we're really in the thick of feeling something, we don't know if we're feeling anger or sadness or jealousy or whatever it is. They can feel like they're all entwined with each other. So if you're feeling like you're tapping and it's not going somewhere, it might be because you have a lot of feelings or emotions that are all tied up in a ball. So it's hard to see, oh, I'm tapping for anger and the anger's getting less, because maybe you're tapping for anger and then it turns into sadness, and then it turns into revenge, and then it turns into something else. One really good idea when you're doing the EFT tapping is see if you can pull apart these emotions and work on one at a time. Just work on the anger, just work on the sadness, just work on the jealousy, just work on the revenge. Whatever it is, try to pull them apart to work on one at a time so that you can see that intensity start to go down for each emotion individually. And finally, knowing that it probably is working, but you just haven't noticed it yet. So for me, I was tapping for something that was related to confrontation versus communication. And I was tapping on this thing that was going inside of me. And I didn't know if it was working. I felt like it was working, but I didn't really have proof. Until one day I was driving down the road, I was driving on the freeway, and I felt myself being more assertive. And I remember thinking, oh, I'm feeling really assertive right now. Instead of letting everybody else cut in front of me, I was more assertive about taking my place. I wasn't mean, I wasn't worried, I wasn't aggressive in any way, but I was very aware of the fact that normally I would have let way more people in, but this time I was more assertive and took my place, took my turn, and I didn't feel bad about it. So I encourage you to be aware what's coming up for you in your life. If you notice yourself acting differently or doing things differently, it's usually a good sign that what you were doing to heal and clear out all this stuff is in fact working. So give yourself that extra opportunity to notice what in your life is changing for the better so that you can continue this journey of using EFT to help you grow, to help you be that most confident, vibrant version of you. So a lot of times people are so afraid that they're not going to do it right or they aren't doing it right. I encourage you to let yourself off the hook. And if you can't do it for yourself, I'll let you off the hook for you. You're not going to do it wrong. Any kind of EFT tapping is going to be beneficial for you, for your energy system, so keep going. And if you like this video, go ahead and watch our next video, What is EFT Tapping? Learn all those points, utilize them for your best version of you. So that was today's ray of sunshine. Thank you for joining me, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Tap, 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 you're almost there.